Now we'll pick up another set of questions. This is called as common errors in the usage of articles. In each sentence, there is a mistake. We have to find out what is the mistake and we have to correct the mistake on the spot. In fact, this is going to help most of us in terms of cracking a lot of error spotting as well as sentence correction questions in different competitive examinations. So let's get started. The first sentence says, the Delhi is the capital of India. Remember, whenever we speak about names of people, names of places, we never and ever use any articles. What exactly am I trying to convey over here? Now, you know my name is Zeenath. You would never be able to frame the sentence saying I'm speaking to the Zeenath, I'm going to the Bangalore, let's meet at the Big Bazaar. So all these will sound very vague. Why? Zeenath is a name of a person. You need to understand Zeenath is a specific name of a specific person. So when the name itself already has the specification, using the definite article which also signifies specification is not needed at all. So there is no chance that you can use the definite article the with the name of people or places. However, terms and conditions apply. There are some names of nations, or in spite of the names, we are bound to use the definite article the. Which are they? You can make a note of it. This is very important. UK, UAE, USA, Gulf, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. We have West Indies. UK stands for United Kingdom, UAE stands for United Arab Emirates, USA stands for United States of America, Gulf is a group of countries, nations, and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Many people think there are two islands in Andaman and Nicobar, one Andaman, another Nicobar. It is actually a group of tiny islands. The same thing is applicable to West Indies. West Indies is a group of islands. Whenever you speak about any of these countries, like West Indies, UK, UAE, USA, Gulf, Andaman and Nicobars, using the before these names is mandatory. It is actually compulsory because these are not single countries or nations like India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, etc. These are all group of countries. So as these are group of countries, using the definite article the according to English grammar becomes a must. So except these names, any other names of any other place, there is no chance that we can use the definite article the. This is 100% sure. That's why we can't say the Delhi is the capital of India. We should say Delhi is the capital of India. Bangalore is the capital of Karnataka. Let's go to the second question. I first met your dad at the Big Bazaar. Look at this question. A similar mistake like how we saw in question number 1. It says, I first met your dad at the Big Bazaar. The is incorrect over here. Big Bazaar is a specific location. It's a supermarket. Big Bazaar is a name of a specific supermarket. Right? So when the name itself is conveying the specification, signifying what particular supermarket we are talking about, using the definite article before the specific name of a specific location sounds really very vague. So the answer will be, I first met your dad at Big Bazaar. Let's go to the third one. He has failed in the English. You should be able to easily guess it. It is definitely not in the English. Now the question comes into picture, why can't I say the English, the Kannada, the Tamil, the Hindi, the Urdu, the Malayalam? Whenever we speak about any languages, that could be a regional language, an international language, a national language, doesn't matter. Whenever you speak about a name of any language across the globe using a, and, the is definitely a grammatical blunder. You can't say the English, a English, an English, incorrect. You can't say the Kannada, an Kannada, a Kannada, again, incorrect. So whenever you have sentences about languages, keep this in mind. The answer is no articles. You can't use any articles at all. So keeping this particular factor in mind, the answer will be he has failed in English. She passed in Hindi. I will definitely score distinction in Kannada. So this is how the sentences will sound like. The next sentence says, she died of the malaria. Of the malaria. Please understand, malaria is a disease. It's not a common ailment. By any chance, if you watched the video on the usage of a and an, if you're getting confused, Zeenath discussed common ailments over there. So definitely, it is not the malaria, it should be a malaria. If these are the thoughts which are coming into your brains, I would say this is absolutely incorrect. Whenever you speak about names of any diseases, right, that could be any disease across the globe. And we should understand there is a huge difference between common ailment and a disease. Common ailment is something which we go through every day. You can call it as day-to-day pains. The physical pain like fever, like cold, like cough, like sneeze, like headache, like stomachache, like backache. So these are all common ailments. But diseases are something very serious, something very severe. So what's the moral of the story? Whenever you speak about any names of any diseases, no articles. This is a very clear-cut rule what we have in English grammar. Whenever you speak about any diseases, whether you're speaking about malaria or dengue, you're speaking about cholera or AIDS, doesn't matter. While framing the sentences on these diseases, no articles. That's the reason the answer will be she died of malaria. No a, no the. It will be just she died of malaria. The next sentence is she is best singer I have heard. If you can go back to your childhood days and try recollecting, this is something, one of the best parts what we discussed during English grammar classes, right? You can just recollect all our teachers' compliments. They used to say, she's the best student I have ever seen. Hey, Raju is the tallest guy in the class. So, what exactly is the moral of the story over here? Whenever we speak about any superlative degree words, you can even call it as EST words. Like we have the words best, we have the word tallest, we have the word strongest, we have the word shortest, we have the word smallest. Look at all these words. Usually 80% of time these superlative degree words end with EST. In fact, there are 20% of words which do not end with EST, like you have most, correct? You have the word most, which we use with those words which do not originally have the superlative degree form. So we always say the most beautiful, the most intelligent. In such cases, whether it is ending with EST or not, the moment you come across any superlative degree words using the definite article the before any of these superlative degree words is actually compulsory. That's the reason applying the same in the sentence. Look at this. So using the definite article the before the superlative degree word is compulsory. So the answer will be she is the best singer I have ever heard. Let's go to the next sentence. It says, we live in village. So it's a very common sentence which I'm generally making. You can even call it as a general sentence or a statement too. Let's use our common sense. There are plenty of villages across the country, across the world. So obviously the village, whatever I'm talking about, although it is not a specific village what I'm talking about, this is also one among those villages which belongs to the category called village, right? So whenever you speak about any place without mentioning the name of the place, like for example, let's say city. Now city is a very common word. We call it as common noun grammatically. So city is a common noun. There are many cities across the country, across the globe. If I say Bangalore city, it becomes very specific. If I say Mumbai, specific. If I say Kolkata, it becomes specific. If I say Delhi, again specific. But if I speak about city, city is a very common noun. It's a common name. So, if you speak about anything common, then using a or an right in front of these kind of words becomes compulsory. It's like a village, a city, an area, a hospital, a college. These are all common nouns. So grammatically speaking, using a or an based on vowel or consonant sounds, when you are speaking about common nouns, it is compulsory. So keeping those factors in mind, the answer will be, we live in a village. Let's go to the next sentence. It says, she works in hospital. It is a similar sentence like the previous one. She works in hospital. Let's use our common sense again. There are plenty of hospitals across the country. So she works in one hospital, and that hospital could be any hospital, right? So keeping both the factors in mind, either a or an has to be the right answer, because these are indefinite articles and these both mean one. A is equal to 1 and also is equal to 1. The answer should be, she works in a hospital, because hospital is starting with a consonant sound. You can't say an hospital. It has to be a hospital. She works in a hospital. I work in a college. You work in a mall. He works in a theater. So when you say a theater, that theater could be any theater, and that theater is definitely one theater. The iron is a useful metal. So what exactly is the mistake over here? The mistake is definitely the definite article the. Why? There is a reason. There is a reason. Whenever we speak about metals, keep this in mind, like gold, like silver, like iron, like copper. So these are all different metal, right? What we have. The rule clearly says whenever we speak about any of these metals, we can't use any articles. 10% of terms and conditions apply. This is applicable only when you are speaking about gold, silver, iron, copper directly. Not something connected to gold, not something connected to silver, not something connected to iron or copper. It is directly gold, silver, iron and copper. Then this rule will make a lot of sense. Let's say now if I go to a jewelry shop and I select a pair of gold earrings. You have to understand, we are not talking about gold directly. We are speaking about gold earrings. Earrings which is made up of gold. So that's why I'm using a pair of gold earrings. This is grammatically correct. In fact, let's say that I select a pair of gold earrings. Maybe I pay only 50% and I tell the shop owner that I'll pay another 50% tomorrow and I'll collect it. So next day if I go to the same shop, I will definitely ask for the gold earrings which I selected yesterday, because I'm speaking about a specific set of gold earrings, a pair of gold earrings, I can certainly use the definite article the. So in this particular case, what I'm speaking makes a lot of sense. Otherwise, when you speak directly about any of these metals, using articles is definitely the answer will be iron is a useful metal. Let's take rest. Whenever you speak about break or rest or noise, whenever you speak about break, rest or noise, using indefinite article a in front of all the three words is a must. That is compulsory. It's like, hey guys, let's take a break for 15 minutes and get back to work. I think I need a rest right now. Children, don't make a noise. Right? So look at all the examples what I gave it to you just now. Everything is followed by a, because in all the three sentences either I'm speaking about break or I'm speaking about rest or I'm speaking about noise. So because of this reason, the answer will be let's take a rest. Not just rest, let's take a rest. Look at the next one. A man is mortal. I think man is mortal should be clearly conveying the message. It is a general statement. This is like a universal truth, right? Man is definitely mortal. What is the meaning of mortal? One day everybody has to leave this world. Whether you live here for 60 years or 80 years or 150 years, doesn't matter. But you have to leave one day. You have to die one day. In general statements, using articles is a sin. Let's go to the next sentence. Your words are not worth penny. Usually we have the similar version of the sentence in our mother tongues too, where you want to make the other person understand it is absolutely worthless. There's no value of so and so. So whenever you want to convey this particular meaning in a sentence, the sentence will be your words are not worth a penny. So if you convert it to, if you Indianize this statement, it's like I'm telling you words are not even worth 1 rupee. How many? 1 rupee. So penny, you can consider it as rupee. So if penny is representing rupee, the only thing what is missing is 1. In the place of 1, what we're using over here, means 1. The answer will be your words are not worth a penny. Let's go to the last sentence. Don't make noise. I think it should be deadly easy for most of you are watching the video right now, because we discussed this with regard to let's take a rest. Whenever we speak about rest, break, noise, using a becomes compulsory. So the answer will be don't make a noise. Not don't make noise, which is grammatically incorrect. It should be don't make a noise. Let's not make a noise, because there is an important meeting which is going on in the cabin. Hey, don't even think of making a noise until I finish my work.